I know we all want this COVID thing to end, and it will. The restrictions in place now won't last forever. Smart people are figuring out how to get vaccines to everyone, but it will take a little longer. Until then, we need to recommit and finish strong. COVID won't stop spreading on its own. We have to stop spreading it. Meet with friends outside, social distance, and most of all, wear a mask. We're all in. Are you?
Some people see just another local Utah sports app. Oh, wait, what? A local Utah sports app? Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. The latest news, insider analysis, podcasts from the pros, and so much more. Free. Available right now, anywhere you are. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast.
Seriously fast. Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
You'll receive an instant pre-approval before you start shopping.
Your completed mortgage file will be underwritten by UCCU's very own in-house professionals.
Like us.
Seriously fast.
Buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
We love the new apartment.
The natural light is amazing.
Hardwood floors.
There is a bit of a clogging problem.
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our renters and car insurance.
Yeah, helping us save even more.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? South.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Right next to UVU, Wolverine Crossing is the premier award-winning student property in Orem. With renovations of nearly $5 million, Wolverine Crossing has the look and feel of luxury living, including contemporary upgrades and top-tier amenities. Wolverine Crossing supports a strong academic environment, whether you're on campus or remote, and the resident assistant program is nationally recognized, so safety and support is the top priority. Lease now and get half off your November rent. Wolverine Crossing, this is home.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, inside the UCCU Center. We're back. Just yesterday, the Wolverines hosted the Red Hawks of Seattle University, and same time, same place. They're playing them again. That's just kind of the way things are going this season with the pandemic and everything. Playing it smart. And on the call again, it's myself, Kyle Bruder, alongside Josh Kalungi. Did I pronounce it right, Josh?
It's Kalungi.
Kalungi.
Hey, I'll throw a G on it. I like it.
It was a lot closer than not knowing it all yesterday. So
absolutely.
All right, well, Josh, I'm going to jump into the starters real quick for both teams, and then we'll just get right into it. So first, for the visiting Red Hawks, I believe it's the same starters as yesterday. First, number 4, a guard, Mackenzie Williams. Number 20, another guard, Peyton Howard. And a third guard, number 22, Bree Calhoun. Also starting at forward is number 34, Chinwe Izonyu. And then we also have starting at center for Seattle, number 11, Georgia Keogh. And the Redhawks are coached by Susie Barcombe in her 5th season. And for the home team, Utah Valley, starting at point guard is number 3, Maria Carvalho. Also starting at guard, number 11, Kayla Anderson. And starting at forward for the Wolverines, number 5, Shay Fano. Also at forward, number 21, Neha Sohail. And, of course, the big 6'5" center, Josie Williams, number 40. And they are coached by Dan Nielsen in his 2nd season. Utah Valley in white with green trim, and Seattle U in their red, white numbers, and black trim. The tip goes to the Wolverines. Josh, I got to ask you, it feels like we just did this because we did. So what do you anticipate today?
Well, today is going to be a matchup that is going to be who makes the best adjustments from yesterday. Now, the Wolverines were able to stymie the Redhawks with a lot of good defense as Fano gets a good look there and misses the 3. But they stifled them early with some great defense, and then the Redhawks made a little run back. So really what it'll be, can the Redhawks execute early here in this basketball game and avoid getting way behind?
Yeah, that getting as down as they did, and they strike first here in Orem, Utah. I think the score was 17-2 in the first quarter at one point, and they just were never able to fully recover. They were able to keep it at around 10-12 for a while, where you got to imagine if that lead didn't exist at the beginning, we would have had a much closer contest. A 3-ball from the corner is good from Anderson, so both teams shooting the ball well to start things off.
Well, and there's going to be we think we're familiar. They're familiar as well. They just played 40 minutes against each other 24 hours ago, and so it'll be interesting to see how they react. And good rebound there by Anderson, and the Wolverines, it's going to be key. Do they do the adjustments that Coach Nielsen wants them to do, or do the Redhawks make better adjustments, and do they execute better?
That's where I think we're going to really see Maria Carvalho knocks down a 3, and the jumper before by Anderson was actually, I think that they marked it down as a 2.
Well, I saw that both.
Maybe it was a 3.
Both officials raised their hands. Now, when I was looking at it, it did not look like a 3, but.
There's 6 points on the board for Utah Valley.
But the officials, I did see them signal for a 3-point shot.
We'll see if they make any adjustment to that, but a great post move inside by Keogh. We didn't see a lot of post presence from Seattle yesterday, so that will be a new wrinkle that Utah Valley may not be anticipating.
Well, I think that's an adjustment that they're going to try to make, is to attack early and often, as Utah Valley does there with Josie Williams, and they're going to try to attack Josie and maybe get her to the bench and get her to the bench early. Now, she fouled out yesterday.
Yeah.
But she got in a lot of good minutes before the actual disqualification. And so the Redhawks are going to try to keep her off the floor as much as possible.
Way too much congestion under the basket results in a Wolverine turnover, but one turnover deserves another, apparently. Kayla Anderson floats it up. And the good old-fashioned alley-oop, if you will.
Go. That was almost an alley-oop.
It almost rolled out.
It almost rolled out, but some nice touch there from Sohail, able to get that ball to just roll in.
Williams now over to Keogh. Keogh showed that nice touch around the basket earlier, and Anderson got a little too close and personal, so she's going to foul Williams. That'll be the first team foul in the Wolverines, one team foul on Seattle, so things looking relatively even so far, but Utah Valley knocking down a pair of 3s has been the difference maker.
Right, and one of the big differences yesterday in yesterday's ball game was the containment of Mackenzie Williams, the little point guard for the Redhawks. Wolverines kept her to 6 points when she's averaging 18 on the season. Mackenzie Williams leads them in scoring at 18 a game, and Courtney Murphy averages 12 a game, as well as Georgia Keogh and Bree Calhoun. So they are Bree Calhoun. So they have a deep scoring ability. They just didn't show it much on Friday night.
Fano with the elbow jumper. Utah Valley used pretty much all of the shot clock available. Fortunately, they were able to get a quality look as it was ticking down.
Well, most of the time when Shay Fano gets a look, it's going to be quality because she just really has a nice looking shot, perimeter shot.
Anderson has been very, very active on the defensive end and just going after any loose ball that she can find. So Coach Nielsen's got to be thrilled with that.
Yeah, and she's come out playing with a little bit pep in her step today, and she's kind of been all around the ball, as you said, and it's good to see her come out with such energy, because one of the things you worry about when you're playing back-to-back ball games is that's not something that these players are used to.
Yeah.
And you give a good 40, and you're pretty gassed. So coming right back out the next day makes it tough.
Josie Williams tried going up, and looks like she was blocked, but I think that there was a foul on. Looks like it was going to be on Mackenzie Williams, because Keogh got all ball. She thought the foul was on her, and she had just that look that you see from a player, that disbelief that there's absolutely no way that could have been them.
And it wasn't. But, you come in, Mackenzie Williams comes in on that double team trying to dig that basketball out, and the smaller player oftentimes will get a hold of some wrist as she tries to dig that basketball out of the hands of the post player.
Josie knocks down both free throws. She struggled a bit from the line yesterday, but she knocks down her first 2 attempts. Utah Valley leads 12-4 to start things off. And a 3 is up and good for Korolenko.
And Korolenko came off the bench and gave him some good minutes yesterday. So she continues to do so here as she comes in 6th man and goes to work. Or 6th woman, I guess.
Yeah, 6th man
6th
still
person.
works. Yeah.
There you go.
Williams getting hounded, loses the ball, almost lost her footing, but Utah Valley still hangs on. 5:30 to go in the quarter. Carvalho couldn't really get the screen to help her out, and I think that will be a travel, as she did do a little skip at about the free throw line. So
she
good
skipped
call.
And then drugged that right pivot foot a little bit, and good call by the official, who was right there, right even with it, and right in position.
Keogh, now Williams. And we're going to have an offensive foul over here.
And that's that pick that is a point of emphasis nowadays in college basketball, both men's and women's basketball. That moving pick, and it's called a block, and just really the pick and roll happens, and the roller goes too soon.
Yeah.
And that happens time and time again, and the bigs get caught over and over and over.
I think that's tricky about that for a player is every official officiates a little bit different. Some are going to let that go, and some won't. And so sometimes as a player, if you're accustomed to being able to, time it a certain way, and then another official doesn't let you, that can be incredibly frustrating.
Yep, and you just have to make that adjustment, in-game adjustment.
Sohail for 3, it's good.
Well, that's an excellent pass out of the post from Josie Williams. She posting up, she was just very, very patient, spotted Sohail wide open out there on the wing, and she just knocked it down.
Utah Valley have made 5. Another steal there by Anderson. Anderson all alone is able to finish and force a Red Hawks timeout. We're going to take a little break here on the WAC Digital Network ourselves, but Utah Valley goes up 10 early. 4:29 left here in the quarter. We will see you right back here in a moment.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast.
Seriously fast. Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
You'll receive an instant pre-approval before you start shopping.
Your completed mortgage file will be underwritten by UCCU's very own in-house professionals.
Like us.
Seriously fast.
Buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. Free. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
Kneeled. Woodbury takes the three. It's good. Wolverines, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Nettles into the front court. Nettles pulls up. No, it's missing everything. Wolverines win.
Gotta love seeing that. 93-92. Unfortunately, game number 2 will not be taking place today due to some, I think there was a staff member that obtained the COVID-19 virus, and so they had to postpone it. So,
unfortunate. Just an absolutely great game last night, and Trey Woodbury was the young man that just buried that three-point shot for the Wolverine men.
Great pass inside in the meantime, and a great steal. Josie ripping the ball away like she wanted it.
Yeah, she really said, "Get off me. Get off me.
Get off." 10-point lead for the Wolverines, under 4 to play in the quarter. A 3 is on the way. That is no good from Anderson. Anderson does have 5 points, but where she has been so impactful today has been on the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, she just really looks like a different player this evening. I mean, that ball goes in and out. And another big rebound, big strong rebound. Josie.
Carvalho inside. Sohail floats it up. Could have gone glass. I don't know if maybe there was some deflection or something, but yeah, Utah Valley with a second chance either way.
It was a little bit awkward the way that ball went up.
Almost like it just kind of slipped out, went straight up in the air, and fortunately the Wolverines got it back. Josie just inside the free throw line. It rattles out. It's been kind of that sort of evening for both teams. We've seen a few shots just go in and out, no good.
Well, I think a lot of shots overall, they're taking better shots, both teams, than they did last night to start the game. And there's Josie Williams making her presence felt right there. She's so imposing inside that the Red Hawk player was just kind of came in and threw it up wildly off the glass in anticipation of getting blocked.
Yep.
Then the Wolverines turn it right back over.
Yeah, when you talk about anticipation, I think Shea Fano was anticipating being able to pass the ball and then double dribbled it.
Yeah, absolutely, and that does happen. You start to pass. Teammate not looking. I'm off balance. Hey, what do I do?
You can't do anything. It's going to be a turnover. Megan Jensen is checked into the game for Utah Valley, and she played some gigantic, important minutes yesterday when Josie Williams fouled out. Jensen came in, just looked like she'd been playing the entire game.
Absolutely, she did. She played amazing, as you said, and she put up incredible numbers like that.
Yeah, really quick, really efficient, really fast. And the concern was, Josie's defensive presence yesterday was so big, and then her leaving really opened up a really big window for Seattle to put together the run that they needed. But Megan Jensen just put a stop to it, and that was so big for Utah Valley.
She played just under 8 minutes, scored 8 points, and had 6 rebounds.
Madison Grange from 3, no surprise there. Shoots 50% from beyond the arc so far this season. Williams. It looks like there were a couple near travels that were not whistled.
Yeah, just a little bit discombobulated there on that play. The offense just looked like it was a little bit out of control and ends up with a miss, and the Wolverines are really working it. Oh, goodness. Beautiful high-low. Beautiful high-low pass. Yeah. That's just great textbook basketball right there, Kyle. I mean, that looked like me to you.
Let's take a look at that just real quick. Almost a touch pass.
Yeah, just beautiful. And the Red Hawk player coming from behind, absolutely no choice. Haley Weiss Neat had no choice but to foul.
Yeah, it looks like she got a clean hand on the ball there, but the follow through, you're almost always going to get called for a foul when the momentum of your arm is coming into the back of the head of the shooter.
When you're trying to come in from behind, it's very difficult unless you have a completely superior athletic skill set where you can just jump over somebody.
And Fano's second free throw is no good, but we did have a pretty blatant lane violation on Williams, so Fano will get another.
Yeah, Williams that's the classic lost my balance and fell into the lane, and of course when you're right in front of the shooter, it makes it difficult to knock that down. So we'll do it again.
Fano's second try rattles out.
Well, so you said a lot of balls going in and out of the basket so far today.
Williams, there was a little bit of contact against Carvalho, but she kind of dribbled it off of her foot. She's a little upset there was no foul call.
Yeah, she took a pretty good little hip check there, and no call. And so the Wolverines have possession once again, looking to move out this 14-point lead. The Wolverines have just really been solid and methodical.
Grange for three again. This one in and out, no good. And in for the first time today for Utah Valley is Otuafi, number 20. And that is going to be a little shuffle by Izonyu.
Well, we didn't see Otuafi in yesterday's game, and so see Coach Nielsen going into his bench a little deeper when, you've got to be able to count on your bench when you've got kids playing a lot of minutes and doing it back-to-back nights.
Under a minute to play in the first. Fano shot the ball incredibly well from three yesterday. She shot one earlier today. It was no good. Carvalho, she'll have a look. She'll take it, and it comes up a little short. Williams with a rebound. Calhoun steps through, and it is just off the mark, but will stay with the Redhawks. 40.5 seconds remain.
That was a great move right there by Bree Calhoun. She did a nice kind of a slow Euro step, big step on it, and then exploded to the basket, and just unable to hit that reverse layup, but just a great move.
You could see Madison Grange kind of looking over at the official because she was just getting manhandled by Schonifer, and they finally gave her the whistle.
They did. That was, and she did not like it, let's say.
About 10-second difference from the game clock and the shot clock. Grange, great pass inside, and even better position by Megan Jensen.
Well, and a great job, though, Grange hitting that hand. When that big shows you that hand, it shows you that she's showing that left hand out there, and shows you, throw it up here to me right here on this hand. And she absolutely did that, and just great position by Megan Jensen, and a great pass from her teammate.
Williams tried to dump it down inside, but Jensen in transition at the horn is able to score at the end of the quarter. My goodness, Utah Valley off to a blazing hot start, here in Orem, Utah. 13-0 run over the last 5 minutes and a 19-3 run over the last 7.5 minutes. So it's all Utah Valley through one quarter. We'll see if Seattle can respond and begin to close the gap, because they're going to need to do that soon.
Right next to UVU, Wolverine Crossing is a premier award-winning student property in Orem. With nearly $5 million in renovations, Wolverine Crossing has the look and feel of luxury living, including contemporary upgrades and top-tier amenities. Wolverine Crossing supports a strong academic environment, whether you're on campus or online, and the Resident Assistant Program is nationally recognized, keeping you safe and
It has been all Utah Valley here after one. They lead 25-7, which isn't too far off from what we saw at the end of the first quarter yesterday.
Yeah, it's not too far off, but I'll tell you, it does have a different feel to it because yesterday Seattle couldn't throw it in the ocean. They just couldn't make a shot. Now, tonight it's been more of a Utah Valley blitz. They are just they're doing a lot of things really, really well right now, just methodically putting it to them.
And in the turnover game, it seems to have flipped a little bit, and I think that has played a big role as well, as Seattle U gets another opportunity, and the bank is open. It's Saturday, isn't it?
Hey, but you know what? They got them in, ATM.
That's true.
That's
Fair
an
enough.
ATM shot right there.
25-10, Utah Valley still up, but the Wolverines with only 3 turnovers after one quarter, where they had 9 yesterday.
Well, now,
so
obviously,
that's a big difference.
Yeah, obviously that's an adjustment that Coach Nielsen wanted to make, and his players came out and executed it. Took better care of the basketball. Sohail drills a three, and just a simple pass on the wing, and she just rose up and stroked it right in the hole.
2 of 2 from 3 so far for Sohail, and as a team, Utah Valley shooting 5 of 9. Fano snuck in and stole the ball. That'll be another Red Hawk turnover. They're up to 9 turnovers of their own.
Well, and those turnovers have not just been sloppy play. They've just been excellent defense. Oh, goodness sakes, nice touch on that ball. That's what we call use it all. It's all up there for a reason. You might as well use the rim, the backboard, and the net.
Hey, if it goes in, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Sohail with 3 triples so far.
But the Wolverines have played such outstanding defense that it hasn't been necessarily sloppy play by Seattle. It's just been outstanding defense. You see Fano sneaking in and picking off an inside pass. You've seen Anderson come sneak from the weak side and strip post player and take it the length of the floor. You've just seen some really heady and energizing plays.
That 3 was a little too far outside, rebounded by Neha Sohail. You got to imagine Utah Valley's going to look for her again.
Yeah, it's time for a heat check.
She is right there. Feed her. She's going to shoot it, and will she make it? Yes, another!
Oh, boy. Yeah, she's on fire. She caught that ball, and there was no hesitation, and she just stroked that all net right there, Kyle.
8:12 left in the first half.
Well, 30-second timeout, or looks like. No, we're going to go to a full timeout here, so we'll come back here in just a moment.
All right. We're going to stay right here.
At Intermountain Healthcare, we understand that broken arms haven't stopped. Babies continue to be born, emergencies continue to happen, and doctor visits are still needed. At Intermountain Healthcare, we've put the measures in place to safely care for you in these difficult times. So please, don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms, chest pain, difficulty breathing, or other urgent care. We're here for you. Visit intermountainhealthcare.org/here-for-you to learn how to get the care you need.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
We're back out of the timeout. Utah Valley on a 9-0 run after a couple of 3 balls. In fact, I believe it's 3 straight 3-pointers for Neha Sohail.
Yeah,
34-10.
And 4 on the day.
Yeah.
So she's really showing a beautiful stroke here, and the Wolverines have just continued to put it on here.
And that 3 is no good from Shea Fano. And if you're Neha Sohail, that's got to feel good the way you're shooting the ball with mom and dad in the audience.
Absolutely. I saw them earlier last night, and I think last night she pressed a little bit and didn't play quite as well as we're accustomed to seeing her play. And then tonight she's just come out, she's loose, she's just playing the game. And there's a nice 3-point shot there by Maddie Phillips. She gave them another player who gave them a little bit of a lift yesterday when she came off the bench. But again, Sohail just kind of playing loose, not worried about mom and dad being here and putting on a show.
Williams, they were looking for Fano down in the post, but it is very congested out there. Williams turns, fires. It looks like, you got to give credit to Phillips. Stood her ground, and Josie couldn't get a clean look off.
Yeah, outstanding defense there by Phillips. And now Josie comes over, steps over, and knocks down the much smaller Mackenzie Williams as she goes to the basket. And, you know, that's obviously a foul, but it's not necessarily a bad foul because you want to make sure that she understands when you come in here, you're going to take a little bit of punishment if you want to get inside this paint. I mean, you don't necessarily want to hurt anybody or anything like that, but you want to make sure that she knows next time, that didn't tickle when I got knocked to the floor.
Definitely not. I don't want to take a Josie hip either.
Exactly.
Calhoun picked up by Tafisi. 10 on the shot clock. And Calhoun will just float it up in the paint, and it drops for her. Calhoun with her first bucket.
That always surprises me, Calhoun's first bucket, because she's so active all over the floor all the time, and so it's good to see her get off the schneid for the Redhawks.
And she finished with 12 points yesterday. In fact, tied with Mackenzie Williams. They both led the Redhawks yesterday, so definitely good for the Redhawks to see Calhoun put one through the net. She's 1 of 4 so far today, and Seattle just shooting 32% as a team, while Utah Valley shooting 60%, and that's been the real difference maker so far today.
Well, that combined with turnovers will get you a 19-point lead.
Tafisi could not hold on to it.
And that was Calhoun again playing a nice defensive play, and then an unbelievable three-quarter court bounce pass. That's just a beautiful pass right there at any level.
Yeah. Sohail, dump it down inside to Williams. Back to Williams, and I think we're going to have a 3-second call. She did stay there a little too long.
Yeah, she posted. She had pretty good position, but really not a position where she's able to score. So she did the kick back out and repost.
Yeah.
But she didn't
repost. She didn't take a step
right
out.
There,
so, yeah.
You got to step out and reposition yourself. And instead of doing that, she just got caught with her feet in the cookie jar, so to speak. Which I don't think that's really a saying.
I mean, it for what we're going for, it makes sense. Another 3 is good for Phillips. She's knocked down 2 today.
And she's really giving them a lift here, defensively and offensively. Maddie Phillips just really doing a job.
Williams backing down. She'll turn and score.
Looks like she could have gotten an and one on that one too, Kyle, but she just went right through the contact that she got from the double teamer and laid it in. Good move, Josie Williams.
Phillips over to Howard. Howard driving, can't quite get it to fall, and fortunately for Utah Valley, that ball dropped into the hands of a white jersey because they stood around for a moment, and that could have easily been another opportunity for the Redhawks.
Yeah, there were 3 white jerseys surrounding the basketball, and nobody wanted to grab it. There's a nice play again by Phillips. Boy, she's really getting the job done.
Great pass inside, and I think we may have a tie-up. Is that going to be a jump? It is. Ball will go back to Utah Valley.
Yeah, good job by Sohail. It was a good pass inside, and just unable to handle it was Chinwe Izonyu, and then it created that tie-up situation. And
so I thought it was going to be immediate timeout, but they fooled us, so game on.
So did I. They're playing games with our heads with these timeouts today, Kyle.
Anderson takes the handoff. Now Grange. Anderson gets it poked away somehow. Just wrong place, wrong time, but right place at the right time for Calhoun, as she is the recipient of a very welcome gift.
Very welcome gift. Nice job defensively there to disrupt that play.
Carvalho has a look from the corner, comes up short.
Well, the Wolverines leading by 18 still have to do a better job here in these next few minutes of getting good shots. They've kind of gotten away from that a little bit here in the last few possessions.
Carvalho finds Anderson in the corner, but she will slow things down. Fano, Jensen. She's going to turn off the glass on the left, and it rattles out.
It was a good-looking move, quick spin and everything, and just didn't get the bounce.
Calhoun, she'll step back, take a little mid-range jumper. That is no good, and a loose ball flies out, and we'll stay with the Redhawks. 3:12 left in the half. Utah Valley still up big, 36-22.
Well, that lead continues to be whittled away a little bit. Wolverines have led by as many as 20, I believe. And can't count this scrappy squad from Seattle U out at all. They showed last night when they made a nice little run and brought the lead back down, and they're not planning on going anywhere.
Jensen able to get the block, and a third opportunity for Seattle goes in for Korolenko, and that is going to be a 14-2 run over the last 4.5 minutes for Seattle. Utah Valley with a handful of turnovers, and the Wolverines haven't scored in over 2 minutes either.
Things have gotten a little stagnant here, and they're going to call a foul on Megan Jensen. Again, it's that when the post player comes out and tries to put a body on a little guard, there's officials just are looking for that, and they call a block every single time. Well, not every single time, but a lot of times.
It's going to happen,
it's going to happen during the basketball game at least once or twice, where your big picks up a silly foul going up to set a pick.
Keogh inside to Howard. The shot is off the mark, and Fano cleans it up. Now Anderson, an interesting choice in transition, but I don't know if she had any other real choice. And
oh my goodness, they're going to call a foul here, Kyle. Looked like an obvious travel by Izonu.
That's what I thought too.
And instead, they're going to call a little.
I think they're going to review it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a.
Maybe not.
Looked like a little bit of a reach in, but I didn't think there was any contact. But the official made the call, and here we go. So my opinion matters nothing.
Yeah, our opinion matters very little in this scenario. Shot is no good, and a foul on, I believe it's going to be Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson took the worst of that too. She got flung to the ground on a discard by one
we'll
of the.
Take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, that's a total discard by Izonu with the little right hook there, and threw her to the ground, and she gets called for the foul.
Yeah, you could see they played the replay, and you could see the entire Wolverine bench just completely unhappy with it. And Nielsen's got to be careful. He is he's holding things up, and
well, I think he should. I think right there you've got to.
He definitely had.
You've got to defend your player
case
a little bit. You've got to go and say, hey, look, she was thrown to the ground. If you want to say she fouled before, that's
sure.
fine, but she was flung to the ground, and so I got to take care of my player here. So, and you know, that goes a long way with players when their coach steps up and says, hey, I don't want to see that happen.
I do like that he's got their back.
Yeah. And absolutely had her back on that and convinced the officials to come and take a look, and so that's what they're going to do here. Well, the Wolverines continue to lead here. Here's another look at this play. And you see it was a good block out, but then at the end, she just hooks her and flings her. We call that discarding someone, and you discard that player like that, and that's going to be a foul on the discarder, not the discardee.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see what the officials end up doing, but I think they're having another set of eyes take a look at it.
Right. Usually what they do is they bring two of the officials to look at it. They give their opinions. Then the third official comes from behind, takes a look, and gives their opinion so that there's an unbiased opinion shared. And now I think what they're probably going to do is I would assume they're not going to call anything and not change anything on this. The other option is maybe they call an intentional foul of some kind.
I just don't know
after
if
the play,
it didn't
but I don't
seem
think,
like it was malicious
I
or
don't
anything
think so
like
either.
that. So.
I think it was just all in the action of trying to box out in that situation. So I don't think it was an intentional act where she was trying to hurt someone or anything like that. And so I think it's a play on. But in Coach Nielsen's position, you've got to try to at least push it, because that shows Anderson, hey, and all the other players, hey, if something like this happens, I'm going to come out and I'm going to do my best for you and for the team and say, hey, I don't want to see this happening to my kids out here. So, and it's all good. I mean, like we said, nothing malicious by UVU, and it's a play on, and we move along.
The ball will stay with Seattle. 2:13 left in the half.
And more importantly here, Kyle, is the Wolverines really need to get things together defensively and then execute something on the offensive end.
That was a great move by Keogh, but it just came off a little too strong.
And Sohail back into the basketball game to see if the Wolverines do something to try to get her the basketball in a position where she can shoot the basketball. 4 for 4 from 3 so far in this basketball game.
Grange, Williams. Carvalho has a great look from 3, and she's able to knock it down. Her second today. The Wolverines have been shooting the ball very efficiently from downtown. Currently 8 of 14 at 57% from 3. And so you're shooting that way as a team, you are going to win a lot of games.
Absolutely, and you're going to free up those post players that you have when you have 2 excellent post players inside, when you have Josie Williams and then Megan Jensen coming off the bench. It looks like they're going to call a block here on this possession, and that's going to be on Josie Williams, just as I was talking about her. She kind of just stuck her leg out there a little bit. And
yeah, you can see it on the replay.
Yeah, and you pick that up every time when you stick that leg out.
That is the 5th team foul on the Wolverines, so shooting or not, that's going to be free throws.
Well, they're going to give it to Madison Grange,
which is a break.
Yeah, absolutely,
for Utah
it's a
Valley.
break. And they may have gotten her prior to the knee.
Yeah,
and that's fine. But Josie's got to be careful in there with that kind of a play.
UVU knocks down the free throw.
UVU's been a lot more active tonight. She's really this second quarter been very active.
She knocks down both. Similar to yesterday, not a lot of trips to the free throw line. I feel like it's been more today, even though there's only been a grand total of 6 free throws taken in this game so far.
Part of that is as Sohail takes it to the basket and scores and one, and she is just playing a game tonight, Kyle. My goodness.
I love that she recognized. You take a look at the replay. The little hesitation because she's knocked down 4 threes already today. Forces the defense out. She crosses over, heads in, and it's just too little too late for the defense.
And she took the hit and laid it in nicely. It was
Great
very,
play.
very nice play. And as you said, I mean, when you've hit 4 in a row, the problem with most shooters is they can't do that. They can't fake that shot or get the respect and then go by you with the dribble. And so just a great job by her. And at 6'2", she's going to be able to finish.
UVU able to kick it out. Under a minute to play in the half now. 42-26 Wolverines. Mackenzie Williams. Looks like she got the ball tipped up. Grange. Sohail to Fano, and timing was just a little off. Williams able to gather it. Grange has a great look. A rare miss when she is that open.
Yeah, sometimes I tell you, when you're a shooter, you're too wide open, it almost gets into your head a little bit. I mean, there was no defender even coming at her. So more like a warm-up shot, but Madison unable to knock it down. Another good look from Josie in the post.
2 seconds between the game and shot clock. Seattle will likely have the last opportunity. Williams picked up her dribble, had nowhere to go. And I think we're going to have a foul on Fano. It looks like Williams kind of went sailing for a moment.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. I want to get a look at that if they have a replay on that. It's kind of ball watching.
We'll see it
let's see here. So, it's a pick. And she just runs into her.
She may have sold it a teeny bit, but there definitely was contact. Yeah. So, honestly, I thought that was a smart play by Williams.
Yeah, she just kind of stood there, and Fano just displaced her.
Yeah, displaced. 5.4 left. And Williams knocks down both free throws. Carvalho, she'll have to push it up and get a shot off pretty quick. And she just kind of flings it up. Ken Williams, she tried throwing it up, but...
And a nice job by Williams. She followed it,
yeah.
Got the rebound, but was unable to put it in before the buzzer.
Can't fault her for being there, though.
Nope, absolutely not. Wolverines here lead it 42-28, Kyle, and I think that the Wolverines did a very nice job of coming out and imposing their will again, just like they did on Friday night, and really not a whole lot of adjustments made by Seattle.
Seattle was able to go on a little run to start that second quarter, but Utah Valley put it into it. We're going to take a break here on the WAC Digital Network. Utah Valley up big. So we will see you for the second half. Don't go away. We will see you back here.
I'm here to ask you a question. Are you all in? Our caregivers are tired. You're tired. The pandemic has worn on everyone. We believe that in order to have a healthy economy and healthy towns and cities, we need to have healthy people who live and work in them. We're all in so our communities can live the healthiest lives possible. Are you all in with us?
I know we all want this COVID thing to end, and it will. The restrictions in place now won't last forever. Smart people are figuring out how to get vaccines to everyone, but it will take a little longer. Until then, we need to recommit and finish strong. COVID won't stop spreading on its own. We have to stop spreading it. Meet with friends outside, social distance, and most of all, wear a mask. We're all in. Are you?
Some people see just another local Utah sports app. Oh, wait, what? A local Utah sports app? Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love, the latest news, insider analysis, podcasts from the pros, and so much more. Free. Available right now, anywhere you are. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast.
Seriously fast. Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
You'll receive an instant pre-approval before you start shopping.
Your completed mortgage file will be underwritten by UCCU's very own in-house professionals.
Like us.
Seriously fast.
Buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
We love the new apartment.
The natural light is amazing.
Hardwood floors.
There is a bit of a clogging problem.
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our renters and car insurance.
Yeah, helping us save even more.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go?
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Right next to UVU, Wolverine Crossing is the premier award-winning student property in Orem. With renovations of nearly $5 million, Wolverine Crossing has the look and feel of luxury living, including contemporary upgrades and top-tier amenities. Wolverine Crossing supports a strong academic environment, whether you're on campus or remote. And the resident assistant program is nationally recognized, so safety and support is the top priority. Lease now and get half off your November rent. Wolverine Crossing, this is home.
Welcome back inside the UCCU Center. Utah Valley up 42-28. I've been really, really impressed with the way the Wolverines have been playing. Josh, what has stood out to you? You know, we had a lot of dialogue yesterday and even kind of earlier today about how this was going to be a different game. Both teams are going to make adjustments moving forward. And we have seen some adjustments, but what do you think has been the biggest takeaways so far after one half?
Well, the first thing that I noticed, Kyle, is the way the Wolverines came out in that first quarter. They came out with what we called a little pep in their step.
Yeah.
They came out very energized. And, you know, sometimes you look at these back-to-back games and you kind of wonder which team might still be back at the hotel in the bed, or which one might still be, you know, thinking about their studies or whatever else is going on, or just get a little fatigued. And quite honestly, the Wolverines just looked like they were excited to be here.
Yeah.
And they really just kind of put an early run on them being the Redhawks. And the Redhawks then started to show some life in the second quarter, but really the adjustments that were made, the Wolverines went right back inside. They have continued to shoot the three-point shot well. And really, I think what Coach Nielsen did is he said, what we did yesterday worked.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to do that. We're going to cut down on our turnovers and then make them make us do something different. And so far, Seattle has not done that. It's been the same recipe, some good inside play, and excellent outside shooting.
Seattle handling the ball first. Williams, a little pocket pass inside for Keogh, and that one rattles out, but looks like Izonyu was able to put it back up and in, so the Redhawks able to score first in the second half here.
Well, there's something that the Redhawks were unable to do last evening, and that is offensive rebound. And so quick offensive rebound, and that really, really excites your team when you get a missed shot and then somebody goes in, cleans it up, and gets two.
Great pass inside and a great step through and finish by Josie Williams.
And Josie seems to prefer that left hand. I mean, she really goes that. That's something she's really, really worked hard on. Crafty
move. Kind of up and under, kind of hooked Josie a little bit, but it looked like it was a very gentle hook.
Yeah,
if that's a thing. And so I agree with the no call there.
Yeah,
but nice play.
It was a spin and a great move.
Anderson off the mark on the three. Utah Valley still up. Calhoun kicks it out. Williams, she'll take a three and make a three.
Well, and now what's happening in this little run here, it's down to 9 for the Wolverines, and they miss a three, and Seattle comes down and hits a three, and they have not been able to hit much in the way of the three-point shot here over the last ball game and a half. And so if they get it going from three-point land, that could change the complexion of this game really quick.
Yeah, Seattle shooting 50% from three right now. They haven't taken as many shots. But Williams able to score again underneath. Both teams shooting 50% from three. The difference is the Wolverines have made 8, while Seattle has made 5.
Well, and the Wolverines there, that was just a desire rebound by Josie Williams. And then again, that left hand and that glass, she just really does a nice job of getting the ball up on the glass and giving it a chance.
Williams with 8 points, and you're talking about those rebounds, 6 of them so far. So she is on her way to a double-double. We'll see if that rings true or not.
Well, you see Seattle, they're not going to let Sohail get off a shot.
Williams able to tip it right into Fano's hands, and Fano can't connect. Fano's been a little quiet today. She shot the ball really well yesterday, but has only taken 4 shots today. She made 1 of them. And Seattle able to score in transition.
Seattle cuts it back to 9 again, and Calhoun just, again, another nice move. She's shown an array of nice moves to the basket and able to finish this time. She's had some tough times finishing.
Carvalho takes a corner three. That one's in and out. Williams, can she do it again? Yes, she makes 2 threes in a row, and we are in a very interesting spot. It is only a 6-point lead for Utah Valley, and I believe they led by at least 18 at one point. The Wolverines trying to stop the bleeding, make some adjustments, and we'll see if they can do just that when we come back.
We love the new apartment.
The natural light is amazing.
hardwood floors.
There is a bit of a clogging problem.
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our renters and car insurance.
Yeah, helping us save even more.
Latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
Three minutes gone by in the third quarter. Seattle has outscored the Wolverines 12-4. They are shooting 83% as a team. In Utah Valley, 2 of 7. The only points so far in the third quarter have been those 2 buckets from Josie Williams. So the Wolverines looking to stop the scoring drought, if you will, and then try and get back to their defensive ways of the first half and slow things down for Seattle.
Yeah, defensively, the Wolverines have looked a little bit like they're still in the locker room. And really, offensively, it's time to maybe try to get the basketball to, there you go, inside to Josie, and she takes that turnaround, and that's where you need to go right now when you're struggling to score a little bit. Go back into that inside game and go inside out.
They haven't seemed to find an answer for Josie Williams just yet. Great pass inside.
Right, and those 2 3-point shots that Mackenzie Williams hit here in the last couple of minutes really seem to have gotten her going.
Josie gets the ball poked away, but there is Neha Sohail. She's fouled and will head to the free throw line.
Well, there's free throws here. She hasn't a chance to break her career high. She had 17 points at halftime, and that was bested her career high.
Yeah, her former career high was 16 points back in November this season. But, yeah, she is definitely on her way to.
With each shot, she breaks her career high. I like it.
Yeah, every one.
Yep. So that good-looking free throw there. It's another way that the Wolverines can continue to keep this lead is to get to the line and attack that basket. Don't necessarily come and settle for 3-point shots every single trip down the floor.
Utah Valley putting the clamps down defensively, trying to get Seattle to make a mistake. They're able to hang on. Williams, she'll take another 3. This one is no good, fortunately for Utah Valley, as she had knocked down a pair just a moment ago. Carvalho able to get her hand on the ball, and she goes right at Williams. She is fouled. I don't know if that is going to be a shooting foul or not.
Yeah, they're going to give her 2 shots there.
See the replay. Yeah, she was really going up. So.
Yeah, there's really no way you can try to call that one on the ground. She got her as she rose up to try to take that to the basket, and just a good steal there. And actually, it was great team defense. It was a good pass down into the post and good help. Wolverines were able to recover, and Maria was able to jump into that passing lane, knock it away, and then take it full speed to the basket.
Carvalho, 7 points, 4 assists. Second free throw, no good. Seattle trying to swing the ball around and take advantage of the Wolverines zone, but the Utah Valley's, they're starting to clamp down a little bit more on defense as Williams comes up with a block. Calhoun gets her own miss, though. And that will go back to Utah Valley.
And again, a good team defense there. You've got to slide down and fill the spots when somebody gets beat. And Bree Calhoun got herself to the basket, and then the Wolverines' help defense came in and was able to create that situation where the ball went out of bounds.
Maria finds a seam, floats it up, and that is good.
Wow, nice little move there, and just kind of floated that, as you said, and it floated right through. Beautiful move.
Korolenko, she's going to take an elbow jumper. That is off the mark, rebounded by Anderson.
And the Wolverines have, since that timeout, have really looked like they're more energized.
Sohail, can she do it again? That one is off the mark.
And she looked like she rushed that just a little bit. She wanted to get it off, but, good job. Wolverines have done a great job since the last time out. They've now built this back to an 11-point lead. So the Wolverines, 53, Redhawks, 42.
Join the Wolverine Club, a simple message with a major impact.
Ghana's first Winter Games skeleton.
Support student athletes like former Utah Valley University track star, graduate, and current Olympian Akwasi Frimpong.
Yes, South Korea, here I come.
Akwasi was the first person to represent his nation of Ghana at the Winter Olympics in the skeleton. Support the next UVU Olympian by joining the Wolverine Club today.
Welcome back inside the UCCU Center. Utah Valley up by 11. Take a look at the upcoming games for the Wolverines. Obviously, they are playing today. Upcoming is Park University, and they will be hosting the Arizona team here on January 22nd. Then Utah Valley will travel on the road. They will play at Tarleton, a newcomer in the WAC. They're going to play them on back-to-back games. And then they will also play here against Chicago State February 5th and 6th, and then on February 12th at Dixie State, back-to-back games.
Well,
excuse me, that one was canceled. I apologize.
Have been canceled at Dixie State, and then also Chicago State. You're just kind of never sure whether they're going to show up or not.
So that is what we think will happen, but again, this season has shown that anything can happen. So
yeah, I'm not sure I think that's going to happen, but I do know that that's what's on the schedule.
Well,
so,
we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see if Chicago State. They've had a lot of problems traveling this year.
3:50 left in the third quarter, and Utah Valley up by just 9. Seattle University has put together a couple little runs here and there, and they are winning the quarter by 5 points. Not quite enough to put them in the lead. Make that by 7 points now. So that gap is just getting a little bit smaller as we go on, 53-46.
Well, and Mackenzie Williams has been the spark plug here for Seattle. I think she's, correct me if
points.
I'm wrong, yeah, but she's had 8 of those here in this quarter.
Williams, she'll turn and fire off the glass. It's no good. She hit the deck, but no whistle. Calhoun, she's able to float that one up and in, and we may see a time. Well, I mean, we just came out of a timeout, so maybe not, but this gap is really, really closing. It is just a 5-point deficit now with under 3 to go in the third quarter. Carvalho fakes the 3. She'll take a mid-range. It's usually kind of a sweet spot for her, but she has struggled to find her mark today. She is only 3 of 11 from the field.
Yeah, it's hard to say much about that. It's just a shot that missed.
Calhoun, no good on the long jumper, and Sohail comes up with the rebound. Believe it or not, that's only Sohail's first rebound today. She's done a lot of scoring today. Sohail is, I believe, is number 2 in the WAC and averages either 8 or 9 rebounds a game.
Yeah, she does a great job on the boards in general, but she's kind of floated around the perimeter a little bit today because she has been shooting the 3 so well. And on top of that, they've been trying, as in that case, they've been trying to keep the paint kind of clear so that Josie can go to work in there. And she's done a nice job taking advantage of that.
Utah Valley, no field goals in the last 2:45, and Williams able to end the scoring drought.
Well, and that's one of the things I mentioned earlier is when you are having a scoring drought, this is exactly where what you need to do. Force the action, get in the paint, get fouled, get to the line, and score with the clock off when you're having a hard time against the defense.
Williams will check out. She does have, let's see, I think 12 points and 8 rebounds, and 4 of 7 from the field. She's been so efficient. Williams with just 1 personal foul as well. She fouled out in the last game, so she is in a great position to finish the game. Megan Jensen checks in for her. Calhoun had nowhere to go and able to find her teammate. And cleaned up by Madison Grange.
That was, again, great team defense by the Wolverines.
Grange has a great look from 3. Comes up a little short, but there is Megan Jensen with the rebound.
And she gets tied up by Bree Calhoun. She did that again, same type of thing last night. She gets a rebound and she puts it right back down low where the little guards can get a hold of it. And so Megan's got to work on that, keeping that ball high.
Utah Valley is able to hold on to possession with the jump ball. Carvalho, driving kick to Anderson. Anderson off the glass and in.
Well, I think Anderson was thinking that she was going to pull up for a 15-footer, but nobody stepped in front, and so she said, well, I'll just go all the way to the basket and lay it up.
I like it.
Good
I like
decision.
that she took the easier shot.
Yeah, good decision by Anderson. Really like her game. She's really, really played well tonight.
Izonyu comes up short in the mid-range jumper, and Carvalho comes up with the rebound. Utah Valley often pushing the pace.
I really like the way the Wolverines push the basketball these days.
Fano got caught in the paint a little too long. She was hoping for a pass while they were in transition, and it looked like she just was unaware of her footing and
she just never
stayed
cleared.
there too long.
Never cleared the paint. She had great position, and sometimes when you get great position, you're like, hey, get it to me.
Yep.
And nobody did, and by the time the Wolverines did go in there, she had been in there too long.
Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Williams, beautiful pass inside to Keogh, and it rattles home.
Well, that's a tough pass. It's not a great angle for that pass when you're out of the three-point line and passing it directly down into the paint. But a nice touch on that and good finish there.
Anderson to Grange. Grange with a beautiful pass inside, and I thought there'd be a foul there, but I guess not.
Keogh, it looked like, just got a piece of it from behind and just good block shot.
The Red Hawks holding for the final shot of the quarter. Williams takes another 3. That one is off the mark, and a big rebound by Fano. Carvalho's going to heave one up. Comes up a little bit short, but she had a good look at it. Utah Valley up by 7 with 1 more quarter to go. You do not want to miss this one. It could go either way. We'll be right back here in a moment on the WAC Digital Network.
At Intermountain Healthcare, we understand that broken arms haven't stopped. Babies continue to be born, emergencies continue to happen, and doctor visits are still needed. At Intermountain Healthcare, we've put the measures in place to safely care for you in these difficult times. So please don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms, chest pain, difficulty breathing, or other urgent care. We're here for you. Visit intermountainhealthcare.org/here-for-you to learn how to get the care you need.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. Free. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
Welcome back to UCCU Center. Kyle Bruderer alongside myself, Josh Kalunke, and we've had a great one here, Kyle.
It's been a tight one. Utah Valley, they led big earlier If you take a look at the trends, the Wolverines finished the first quarter with 25 points. They led 25-7. And since then, Seattle has won the last 2 quarters, which has enabled them to claw back within single digits. So if Utah Valley loses this quarter again, they are going to be in big trouble.
Yeah, absolutely, and it kind of feels like Groundhog Day, you know. It's kind of the exact mimic of last night's basketball game where the Wolverines escaped with a 10-point win, but the same kind of thing. Seattle just came back. They were not going away, and tonight it seems like they're coming back even harder.
Howard spins, has nowhere to go. UVU, and I think that will be a travel.
Yeah, UVU just tried to do a little bit too much in that situation, and the shot clock was winding down, and she just made a spin move that didn't include the proper pivot.
Madison Grange into the game, and she will inbound the ball for Utah Valley. Some pressure coming from the Red Hawks.
It's hard to pressure Maria.
You mentioned yesterday she's got that crazy motor.
It just never stops.
Fano to Sohail. And I think Sohail may have shuffled her feet as she was backing up with the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure she did, but it looked a little awkward. I think as she was catching it, she went backwards. And if you're standing there and don't really see the way she caught it, yeah, it looks like she shoveled her feet, and it was just awkward.
Yeah. Great pass inside. Calhoun couldn't hang on to it, though.
Boy, and Calhoun's done a nice job of sneaking around underneath that paint, and
we've seen her do that a handful of times. That was one of the first we've seen where she actually gets the ball underneath.
She's just making some nice cuts, and she's open. And in that case, she just lost the handle.
Carvalho will skip it over to Grange. Now Williams catches it on the block. That's exactly where she wants to be. She puts it in. So hard to contest. Williams now up to 14.
And not only where she wants to be, but it's perfect because she loves to go to that left hand. And I'm telling you, if I had to bet on it, I'd bet on a shot with her left hand versus her right one. Yeah, she just does such a nice job finishing around the basket with that left hand.
Williams finds a lane. She floats it up. It's too strong, and then a big block by Sohail. Calhoun for 3. That one's off the mark, and Williams comes up with a rebound.
Wow, tough rebound. You got a girl. Boy, she was tough on that play. I like it, Kyle.
Like it too. Smile.
She showed some competitive grit there, and she just said, ladies, you're not taking this basketball from me, so excuse me.
Yeah, I talked about this yesterday, and it's worth bringing up, and I feel like it's worth bringing up, time and time again because of the drastic improvements that she has made in her career here at Utah Valley.
Oh, absolutely.
That her ripping the ball away like that would not have happened a year or two ago.
Right, and that's one of those things where she is an extremely nice person, and when you're a nice person off the floor, sometimes those kind of things are hard for you, and and it is an adjustment that you have to make. That you're not mad at anybody, you don't dislike anyone, but you just have to make tough plays. And there she goes again.
She gets her own miss and is fouled, showing the strength. She is headed to the free throw line.
Wow, just hustle plays. My goodness, impressive.
You see this? Comes up, gets it blocked, gets her own rebound, and then is hit from behind. Love the activity from Josie. Yeah,
absolutely. And the Wolverines just in these last 2 ball games, we've really kind of seen that they got to have a two-headed monster in there.
Yeah.
The way that Megan Jensen's playing, coming off that bench, that's going to be a load for these WAC teams to handle with those 2 girls playing so well in the post. And they've got the size and the touch around the basket to get a great job done, and they're really getting it done.
Josie Williams looks like she is – where's she at? She's at 14 points. Season high is 19. Career high is 23. Utah Valley up by 11. They've increased to double digits again, and a welcome turnover.
Well, and Bree Calhoun was a little bit confused by that because it was a late call. She went into the paint. She tried to stop, drug her pivot foot, and very easy call for the official.
Anderson able to get the inbound.
Well, this is where Maria needs to go and get that basketball.
And my goodness, lots and lots of contact there.
Yeah, and like I said, I think Maria needs to not stay on this side of the half court. She needs to go over there and get that basketball because she's just she's the main ball handler on the floor right now, and she just does a much better job. And quite honestly, Mackenzie Williams is just so quick. That's a difficult matchup for ball handling for Anderson.
Carvalho to Anderson. They're looking for Josie again. Josie setting a couple picks now. Williams will get it in the corner. She's going to take a long two. That one comes up short. Calhoun goes right at Carvalho, gets it stripped. Utah Valley with a nice defensive stand in transition. 6.5 to go here in the game.
A good decision there by Anderson not to force the action. Bring it out, try to run a set here. Look inside to Josie. Pick and roll.
Carvalho will take the long, I think it was a 2. Yes, it was.
Yeah. As they say, worst shot in basketball until it goes in.
I know. Carvalho with 11 points now and 5 assists. That is 3 Wolverines in double figures.
Well, a timeout there is a little bit of frustration for the Redhawks as the Wolverines have built this back to a 13-point lead here. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Utah businesses are best in the world because we get things done. Let's go all in on stopping COVID. Let's wear a mask. We're all in. Are you?
Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. Free. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
Welcome back inside the UCCU Center, where Utah Valley is hanging on to a double-digit lead of 13 at the moment. 6:09 remains, but we've seen Seattle U go on a couple of runs today, so the Wolverines are certainly not out of the woods yet.
No, absolutely not. But the Wolverines have done a great job here at the beginning of the quarter. This first minute and almost 2 minutes of the quarter, they have gone on a 6-0 run to lengthen this lead. And anytime that you've had a lead get compacted, that's the first thing you want to do. You're at a break. You take a deep breath. All right, we've got to get back to what we do well, says Coach. Coach says we're going back inside to Josie. Let's get her the basketball and let's play better defense. And they have absolutely done exactly that. And now they've built this back to 13. And so the Wolverines continue to execute what Coach Nielsen and his staff are asking them to do.
Zone U at the high post, had nowhere to go with it. Calhoun and Utah Valley, the rotations have been really crisp.
Yeah, absolutely, they have.
Williams with another rebound.
Well, there's a case where Calhoun, she's diminutive. Well, she's 5'6", 5'7", but she comes in there against the 6'5" Williams and tries to strip it away, and she gets the brunt of it and also gets the foul.
It's going to be 4 team fouls on Seattle. Utah Valley with no team fouls here in the quarter. Fano wisely gives the ball back to Carvalho so she can bring it across midcourt.
And Sohail's done a nice job here in this second half. Just because she had 17 points in the first half, she hasn't really forced the action. I think it's been impressive to see her do that.
Fano takes a 3. It's off the mark, rebounded by Williams. Crafty spin move by Calhoun, but had nowhere to go. Nearly a steal Izonyu steps through, and she is fouled. Fortunately for her, she just kind of wedged herself between two white jerseys, and there was enough movement to get a call.
Yeah, fortunate to get to the line was Izonyu on that play. It actually looked like she may have violated the traveling rules, but she manages to get a trip to the line out of it.
Free throws up, and that one comes up short for Izonyu.
Some of these players have got to be tired. We are getting now close to the 80 or getting close to the 80th minute of basketball here in the past 48 hours. Yeah. And so, and actually 24 hours.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
So these kids have been giving it their all out here.
Sohail
goes hard to the basket.
She'll head to the free throw line and add on to her career high.
Well, I really like to see that when somebody's shot the basketball so well from outside that they don't, not pulling up on the break to shoot a three, not always looking for that three-point shot, but going hard to the basket and trying to finish and ending up at the line.
Sohail is definitely not what you would call a one-trick pony, and she's up to 20 points for the first time in her career here at Utah Valley.
Yeah, I really like her game. I think she's got an excellent, beautiful shot, obviously, and then she's got the size and the athleticism to play a lot of positions.
Sohail got a little too excited.
Yeah, and it was a little bit of a cheapie, but, it's what do they call it, a nickel dimer?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, a little nickel dimer on her, but, when you reach in, a lot of times that's what's going to happen.
65-51, Utah Valley leads here at home, looking to win back-to-back games. Izonyu, a lot of contact in there by Josie Williams, and an errant pass just goes right into the hands of Maria Carvalho. She's going to pull back. Calhoun meets her on the logo with 4.5 to go. Carvalho floats it up. It is off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Phillips. Williams, she's made a few today, and she'll make another 15 points for Williams.
You can't forget about her out there on the perimeter. And Bree Calhoun is actually a player much like Maria for the Wolverines. It's she does a nice job of getting herself into the paint and then finding people, and she found Williams again for the layup.
The ball will go back to...
I said layup, I meant three-pointer. But the way she's shooting them, they're like layups.
Exactly, yeah. The ball will go back to Seattle.
And when she's that open, you can tell she's the kind of shooter that feels like it's a layup. As Reggie Miller once said, it's like a layup for me.
Yeah, and he wasn't lying.
He was not.
Three is on the way and good for Korolenko. She's up to 10 points. We now have 3 Redhawks in double digits.
And Korolenko's done a nice job off the bench in both these games here, both last night and tonight. Well, a big answer right there. And I just talked about Maria getting into the paint and then with those nice kicks. And she did it, got into the paint, kicked it out. Williams comes down and just forces her way into the paint, and nice turnaround and finish. You can see why she gets 18 a game, Kyle. She's really got a nice game.
Sohail takes that high screen from Jensen. Under 3 minutes to go here, and Utah Valley up by 9. Carvalho finds a lane. She scoops it up with the left. It's no good, and then Jensen is surprisingly blocked. I think she thought she was going to have an easy chip shot, but Seattle said no.
Well, Calhoun is a tough cookie. She got in there and blocked that, and then she finds Williams in the corner for a big-time three. A timeout by Seattle. They're back within 6.
We'll see if Seattle can close the gap here as Williams with 8 points here in the quarter alone. Don't go away.
I know we all want this COVID thing to end, and it will. The restrictions in place now won't last forever. Smart people are figuring out how to get vaccines to everyone, but it will take a little longer. Until then, we need to recommit and finish strong. COVID won't stop spreading on its own. We have to stop spreading it. Meet with friends outside, social distance, and most of all, wear a mask. We're all in. Are you?
Mackenzie Williams helping the Redhawks hang around. It is getting real interesting with 2.5 minutes. Williams has tied a career high of 20 points. She averages about 17, 18 a game right now. She has been on fire. Carvalho nearly lost the ball.
Well, Anderson with a nice aggressive move after a good pass as she flashed through the middle, and she's going to earn herself is it a trip to the line, 1-on-1 here? Or are we at 2 shots? Or it looks like we're in the bonus.
We are in the bonus. A little Calhoun was trying to get in on the Wolverines huddle over there. Utah Valley didn't appreciate it.
She's a little spitfire, boy. I wouldn't want to play against her. There's no back down in that kid.
No, not at all. 69-62, Utah Valley up. Anderson knocks down the first and the second. Anderson with 11 points of her own, so that makes 4 Wolverines in double figures. Great pass inside Keogh, but she is fouled in the paint. The official saying it is on the floor, so no shots coming.
And I think that was the right call there. It looked like Sohail got a little bit of the wrist as she was reaching in, but a nice pass inside there. And really nothing she could do but give up a layup or commit the foul.
Williams for another 3, but that one is way off the mark. She didn't really give herself enough chance to set. She kind of caught it in rhythm and then shot it.
Well, she knew she had the 6'2" Sohail right there near her, and she was trying to get it off way too quickly, and so just kind of forced it up. And in her defense, the way she's been shooting, it's almost like she could have thrown anything up.
Yeah, can't really blame her. Carvalho gets triple teamed and finds a teammate. Williams posting up. They get it down inside to her. And a dangerous pass. Fano couldn't hold it, but there is none other than Calhoun ready and waiting. 12 points for Calhoun now and 7 assists.
Yeah, she just goes and goes and goes. Well, a good decision there by Sohail. She was open, probably could have taken the shot, but right now with a minute 30 left and a 6-point lead, you want to get the ball right there.
Oh, such a nice move, and she started from the other elbow, so showing that she can put the ball on the floor and score, again with the left hand, as you mentioned before.
Absolutely, she loves to go to that left hand, and that's difficult for post players to defend. Just way too difficult.
Keogh going right at Williams. Off the mark, rebounded by Neha Sohail.
There's Neha on the glass for the Wolverines. And again, well, I'm telling you, Maria Carvalho and Bree Calhoun, that's a matchup to watch all day long, boy. Those two, neither one of them gets tired. It's unbelievable. And they both handle the ball nonstop. They both play defense nonstop. How they do it, I do not know. Because I get tired watching them.
Yeah. Feel like I'm starting to breathe heavier.
I hope I lose some weight.
Anderson is fouled, and they will send her to the free throw line.
It's fun to watch kids that play that hard. I mean, it just shows you the passion and the love of this game that they have, and the pride and the competitiveness.
Yeah, many of them didn't know if they were actually going to have a season this year because of COVID. So you got to imagine there's a little extra in the tank because of
every game they get to play, I think they're overjoyed and they just want to get out here and play because most of these kids have done this their entire lives and they really just this is what they love. You know?
Speaking of career highs, earlier we were talking about Neha Sohail, but another career high is for Kayla Anderson. Formerly was 8 and is now up to 14 today, so she has been
she's been
playing
great today.
Awesome.
Absolutely great.
Carvalho with the long rebound and a 10-point lead for Utah Valley. This is going to all but do it.
Yeah, and if I could say that these games were mimics, I would say it. So these games were mimics.
Yeah.
Because it's 10 points here. Wolverines bested the Redhawks last night by 10. and then again tonight, and it was an early lead. Coming out in the first quarter, taking an early lead against the Red Hawks, and then fighting them off all night long to the point where they've just kind of salted it away here with excellent play from really the entire team. As you talked about, the just crisp defensive switches and plays, and they've just done a great job.
Carvalho picks the pocket of Williams. That'll be another foul, and it's been pretty much the same, except each team has scored about 10 more points than they did last time.
Yeah, I think both teams have actually looked better.
Yeah.
I think they both played better basketball. It's been a much better basketball game as far as you look at it as there weren't as many turnovers, I don't believe. There weren't as many silly mistakes. I think this was more a very, very good mid-major college basketball game that, anybody would love to watch. Unfortunately, nobody can be here, and we're glad that they're able to watch it on this live stream.
Fano knocks down a free throw. One more coming from her, and she buries both of them.
Williams calling for the pick there. I like it.
Gets into the lane, and she floats up. Shot in the paint.
She's going to get fouled there on that rebound. And, well, she's diminutive in there, but, boy, does she play a lot bigger than she is. And
yeah.
She's built very well, like very, very strong, and she just handles herself like an athlete.
Keogh in the corner. Calhoun with a little nifty crossover. Great pass inside to Keogh.
Yeah, Keogh's solid. She's very solid in there as a post player. And
13 rebounds.
Yeah, and she's been battling all night against the bigger Anderson, or excuse me, Josie.
Williams.
Yeah. Thank you, Anderson, Williams, Smith. I don't know.
All the common names.
Yeah, exactly.
Utah Valley able to win 2 at home, which is what you're supposed to do. 78-66 this time around. The Wolverines improved their record to 2-2 in the conference standings. So we are still pretty early on in conference play, and there's a number of teams that have yet to even play a conference game. So it's going to shake out pretty different this season compared to what we're normally seeing. So the numbers don't necessarily mean quite as much as they do on paper, or they won't for a while.
Yeah, they really won't. And we, as you said just a moments ago, we're just grateful for every opportunity that we have to come out and play. During a pandemic, it's very difficult, and so to see the Wolverines play, see them play this well, it's a lot of fun.
And that's going to do it for us here this weekend. Again, thanks for joining us here on the WAC Digital Network. I'm Kyle Bruder. He is Josh Kalunke. We will see you next time.